two of the best.
Yeah.
Hola. Smells like sour milk.
So just for reference, if anyone does have questions, ready to go, start lining up around here. They'll take questions when they're ready. But all questions line up right here. See where my arm is? If you're not in line where my arm is, you're not in the right spot for asking questions. There we go. And yeah, Brandon and Jason, feel free to make fun of everything you've seen. Don't worry about it.
Sorry, sir.
I'm a Power Ranger, I don't deal with this whipped cream stuff. I'm gonna sit on this edge of the table to balance it out. We got more coming? Oh yeah, we got more coming. I'm gonna sit next to Faunt.
Is this still your 18 panel? Are you sure you have way too much trouble today?
Still the 18 and over.
Some more Rangers or
By the way, if anyone is missing their Blue Ranger badge, I'm going to have it up here near the front, okay? And, yeah, guys, as soon as you're ready to go, feel free to introduce yourselves, and we'll start the questions, all right? Good to go? Awesome. We'll start with Brandon, work our way over, okay?
Brandon Jay McLaren, SPB Brad, Jack Landers.
Jason Faunt, Time Force, West of
Jan Southworth, Mark Leonard, Divergence. Eric Myers, Time Force.
What's up, Steve Cardenas, Rocky DeSantos, Red Power Ranger.
We're all Red Power Rangers, buddy.
Red Power Ranger.
So he gets to say that. He gets to say the. He was one of the first.
Yeah, Jason is actually the one, but he's not here, so.
De facto, Steve Cardenas is the.
Replacement.
So what questions do we have?
I want to know from all you guys, how would it feel, like what was your experience as a Red Ranger and how did it make you feel?
I felt very red. Do you want me to elaborate? What are the Red Rangers would like me to elaborate? Well, it was cool. It was a chance to play superhero. That was more cool than what color it was. My season with Jason here, we had an interesting season because there were 2 Red Rangers that season, so it was a very interesting conflict between us. It was kind of strange. I didn't get to own the spot myself. I had to share it with homeboy over here.
Wait, well technically weren't there 3? Because there was, what's his name before Wes?
Oh.
That's right, Alex. That's a very good question.
Jason got to play 2 Red Rangers, and I was only the 3rd Red Ranger.
We love you, Daniel. They saved the best for last.
No, it was a great experience. It was a lot of fun doing it, and it was like playing 2 characters was a lot of fun. To play one, of course, Alex, like you mentioned, great observation. But it was great. We had a lot of great fans and a lot of kids that were coming from Make-A-Wish Foundation, so it was a lot of fun to be part of that.
Okay, thank you. By the way, Jason, you're my favorite.
Thank you, buddy.
You just told me at the restaurant I was your favorite. You just wanted a free autograph. That's what it is. I know.
This question is for all of you guys. When auditioning, was the Red Ranger your first choice?
We didn't have a choice, no.
Like, I mean, like, were you trying to try that for that part? Like, were you going for that?
I know that when I auditioned, I actually auditioned with Steve Cardenas for the original. He got originally hired. We were all screen tested. They put us up in a hotel for a week in Burbank, and we would all go in and say these lines and do our martial art forms. And none of us knew which ranger. They just had to say what they said.
I didn't even know they were going to actually replace any of the Rangers. I thought they were just going to. I thought they were adding to the cast, you know.
So, and then the result of that screen test was, of course, Johnny Bosch and Steve Cardenas had been working on the show, and I ended up taking a longer route to get there. I got there.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, after I screen tested, I was told that I wasn't going to make any of the parts initially. Yeah, and then I got a call 3 weeks later saying it was raining. So no, I had no idea. It was a pleasant surprise. Sure.
Thanks.
Yeah, for ours, the audition process was, gosh, I want to say it was over the course of 2 or 3 months. We would go in there, we would audition, we would hear you for a couple of weeks, keep auditioning for other things, and a couple weeks go by, they'd have you come back, they'd have you come back. So it was a long, drawn-out process. And I think they kind of had to figure what they wanted for that season. So there was never really an option. I was reading for the Red Ranger.
I got a chance to sit in on casting nights. I had come back after, working on Time Force, and they were letting me see how they were going to pick the new season, which was
Wild Force, yeah.
I would come into the casting and watch the actors audition, and I felt nervous for them because they were nervous and they were all trying to get, a job. They would just take all the pictures and line them up and go, what if we do this way? No, I like it these three. All these three look very hooked. And I'm sitting there watching them switch around 15 people's lives. Wow. No, I like this one. Okay, let's read all of these three together and see how they act. That's kind of how the casting went. You understand it has to go that way because you've got to get the right mix of chemistry. These 5 people that have to work with each other for next year. Or this guy's next guy. We were almost asked that first.
Thank you.
You're welcome. As I go off on my tangent.
This question is for Dan. How was it working with 1,000 pounds only for you on that team?
So for those of you who don't know, there's a short film out there called Tekken. came to me and they're like, hey, would you do this? We don't have a lot of money. Come in. My first thought was, I'm going to do the short film, karate short. Have me running around in pajamas, and this is going to be ridiculous. And so, without not really knowing these guys, I wasn't really interested. Plus, you know, I just finished shooting Revolution, the new NBC television show that's out now, September 17th. I mean, the first episode. And I just come off doing that, and another show, and trying to, you know, at this point in my career, I'm like, okay, I'm only going to do good work from here on out. Not like you have any control over that, really. So, it was Ruben Langdon and Mark Musashi. Actually, Mark Musashi came on to my show, Divergence, and he was so helpful that when he said to me, I really wanted a chance to work with you on this, I went, that's it, it doesn't matter what it costs. That guy was such a team player for my show. Whatever he needed, I was going to show up to do. And that included running around barefoot in the snow. At which point I said, you know, this is what I was thinking when I did this. No trailers, no hot food. But you know what? That group of people, they were great to work with. I anticipate a tremendous amount of success for them. They're getting ready to put together a movie right now. I think they just got successfully funded on Kickstarter. You guys should look out for them. Very good, very enthusiastic. And it was such a pleasure. My lesson learned there was say yes to more things.
My question's for Steve. If you would have been able to come back for the Forever Red episode, would you have worn the Tyranno Ranger costume or the Red Ninja costume?
You know, I honestly don't know, because when they asked me to do that reunion show, I didn't really know that it was going to be like the Red Ranger, because they didn't explain it like that to me. I thought it was going to be just like the whole cast taking together the reunion show. I had no idea what. And then, so I don't know in what capacity they would have. Maybe the Red Ranger, I have no idea.
You know what the real answer to that is? You show up and they go, this is what you're wearing. You go, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, first of all, I want to say that the Red Ranger has been my favorite Ranger as a kid. And all of you are great Red Rangers. So my question to you is that if you were able to, would all of you come back to do a reunion episode of Power Rangers and be the Red Ranger, like get the suit and stuff?
Only if they put an espresso machine in my trailer. Jason and I shared a trailer. I have a funny story about that. That's for 18 and over. Of course I would come back. It was a great show to work on. I would come back. Well, what's starting to happen with the show now is Spawn is taking it back, and some of the old crew are coming back together. And I would definitely come back to see the old crew because they were great to work with. Of course, the original directors, and some of them are still there, the choreographers, and the stunt team. So I'm very proud of the work we did on that show. If I can only speak for myself, then I'm very proud of the work I did on that show. It was a lot of fun. It was a very good learning experience. And I would come and play with those guys every day.
Yeah, just to echo that. It was our season. We had a great cast. We had almost an extended family with that. So that was my experience on it. Of course, it was one of the better jobs I've ever had, just because of how close we all were. So to come back, without a doubt.
I didn't really like the most things.
Until they enjoyed the show, then things got a little chippy.
Early on.
Yeah, I'd love to come back. That would be bad.
There's this bar here right now. Let's go make that happen. Let's all march up and down. Somebody said, no. What's that?
Facebook page.
There you go.
All right, thank you. And oh, by the way, Dan, you are my favorite Ranger ever.
Thank you very much.
Did he say he'd give you $5 for that?
I never said anything to you.
I heard that, thank you.
Go ahead.
What you got, Bob?
Yes, well, what can I do for you?
This question is for Dan and Jason. Both of you guys have worked mocap for 2 different games. I was just wondering what it was like working mocap as compared to actual TV.
Right, Jason. We actually worked on the same game today. Yeah. It was pretty strange. Jason, Dan.
Yeah, we can finally announce it. I mean, with Resident Evil 6 coming out, Dan and I both worked on that. So it was very different. It was my first motion capture experience, and I've done quite a few games before that, but I liked it. I mean, I liked it because when we ran the scenes, it was more, it wasn't so chopped up like film. It was more like theater because we could just let them run through. So it was fun to let scenes play through for a bit. Film work, TV, it's usually so quick and choppy. So it was nice to let it run through. So I enjoyed it. A lot of fun.
You do get a chance to own more of the character in motion capture because they can capture more of it. It's all 3D, so it doesn't matter if the camera people, the director might be thinking everything is being captured at once. Discover which one you use later, if they have pre-visualized. So you get to play more, do more stuff. The drawback to the bit of that is that there's no real set. You're on a big giant grid, and there's 150 cameras all around you. It's like a bunch of big red green eyes. You have these red glowing circles. And they're infrared cameras to pick up the reflection off of your reflectors, which are these little rubber balls, often tear off your body when you're doing the stunts. But that means that you have to imagine the world in your head. It has to be there in your head. Sometimes we're a little bit off. No, I was imagining the hill over here. No, I'm imagining the hill over here. No, I think the hill should be over here. Actually, it doesn't really happen with the actors. They tell us where the hill is. They have the schematics drawn out. You still have to imagine everything there. It's not when you see guys riding a motorcycle or a horse, it's usually a sawhorse or a crate. Sort of fill it in with the motion. So that's a little bit challenging.
Thank all of you guys for coming. Love you all. It's very, very
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.